Weekly, sitting down here with KJ Noons, first time UFC newcomer.
Yeah,
KJ Noons.
rookie.
Kind of. How you feeling, brother?
I feel good, man.
You say rookie, but you've been in this game now for a minute. You remember you won that Pride contest, best striker, something like that. Then you came over to Elite XC.
Yeah.
You know, you've been toiling around the MMA biz for a long time. Now you're here, UFC 160 Memorial Day weekend.
Yeah.
Tell us how you feel.
I'm excited, man. I feel like it's like new. You know what I mean? Well, it is new, but like I feel like I don't know. I don't get butterflies in my stomach anymore for fights because I've had so many. But I feel like this one's gonna have some. I already have some. I'm excited, man. So I can turn that into like energy and excitement and get out there and you know, showcase.
Well, you fight with a lot of energy, in and out, on your feet. You know what I mean? Got a good jab. You good at pressure, but you're good at countering when you need to. I don't know if you're gonna need any of that with Donald Cerrone.
Yeah, he's you know, he's a good fighter, good well-around fighter, and I'm really excited to be getting such a top guy.
Well, the point, I guess I kind of left that open-ended. The point is, I mean, you know what he's going to do. Donald isn't one of those guys that you're like, oh man, is he gonna come in and shoot for that takedown? You know what I mean? You can kind of expect a high adrenaline potential fight at the nice crowd.
Yeah, and I think I'm excited for that. You know, I think a lot of my fights, that's kind of what I bring and what he brings. But don't get it twisted. I've trained in all aspects and go wherever the fight goes, and that's I think what makes a lot of my fights exciting. Is because I'm ready for everything and put it to where I try to feel like is my advantage. So I'm excited.
There's a lot of people that say the lack of competition on here. Donald's had all these fights with all these big names. You, on the other hand, have had big fights, but they haven't been at the regularity as Donald. Is that a concern of yours, or?
Well, it was frustrating because I was in another league that was falling apart and could only fight us once a year, a little bit more. So not being active is a big thing, a big problem I think, and it has been in my career. The only time I've actually really had bad fights or not really looked that well, or sometimes fat in my fights. I'm just not on diet, because you don't fight for a year.
Yeah.
This fight, I'm coming right off of another fight. I'm in shape. I don't have to cut a couple pounds. I know what I did wrong. I know I can sharpen up. When you don't fight a year at a time, it's hard. You know what I mean? It's like more like a hobby, not a job.
Right.
But now coming off a second fight, I think that's the most important thing. If you really look at my fights in my past, I'm the best when I just stay active.
Well, now you're here, you're in the UFC, and you're guaranteed activity. Is that kind of a comforting feeling? I know we got the lights and we got this crazy media day, and you talk about like initial nerves a little bit, but you can take solace in other things. Things that may kept you on edge before, like, man, when am I going to fight again? It's like your training schedule's off. Does that kind of bring you some comfort and solace, knowing that activity is going to be there?
Oh, definitely, because the other organization always promises it to you, but you don't know. There's just so many shows, and I'm just so grateful to be doing what I love at this time, and being able to just pay my bills and do something I love. It's great.
How often would you like to fight?
As long as I'm healthy. I wish we could fight all the time. A lot of people almost consider me like a throwback fighter, because I spar sometimes twice a day. I love to just actually fight. I feel like inactivity is no good. I wish they'd fight us a lot more like back in the day, boxing style. But it burns out a lot of people, and you have a lot of injuries, so that's the downfall. But I wish we could fight a lot more. Like once a month would be cool, or even more. Shoot, if you don't have any injuries, fight again.
Get that paycheck.
Well, why not? I don't know why. I mean, because I don't know, you fall up and down the ranks. But it would be more. It would be awesome.
Well, Cerrone kind of talked about that. He kind of talked about adrenaline and dealing with the adrenaline. Like that's why maybe he does the bull riding. He trains his mind to deal with the adrenaline, and you talked about that break. That sounds like if you fight regularly, that's a good way to train your brain into dealing with the pressure of a big UFC fight. To constantly get those fights.
Yeah, you constantly get those fights. I mean, I don't know, but for me that's not really a problem. The adrenaline, I'm ready to go in there. If anything, I'm more excited at this fight. Not, oh, am I nervous? Am I going to get the butterflies? I mean, it's a top opponent. You don't want to get caught, but I'm ready to get in there, and you got to just get in there and put your skills to the test.
And they're giving you the first fight of of the night.
Yeah, I'm super excited.
Gotta feel good. That's a big endorsement. Like, hey, KJ,
yeah,
take the keys, run with it.
Yeah, it's like, you know, they recognize that I have put in my time. You know what I mean? I have fought some well-rounded fighters, and I'm an exciting fighter. So that means a lot to me that I get this opportunity to be on to fight in Vegas, to fight, you know, on the MGM, one of the biggest cards of the year. I'm excited.
Is this your first time fighting in Vegas?
I think so, yeah.
I think it is.
Yeah,
now that you brought that up, yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I'm excited, man.
That's gotta be exciting to kind of add to the mystique of your first UFC fight.
Well, it's crazy because, you know, during the camp, you know, to catch fights here and there and on TV, old school fights, and some of the biggest boxing fights in history have been here. Some of the biggest fights in MMA have been here. It's exciting, man.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's super cool.
It's like Christmas for you.
Yeah, because everybody, you know, you probably come here so much. It's always the fights here, but for me, this is like, man, you know, I came here, I don't know how many years ago I saw Mayweather fights here. I was watching him, you know, in this arena I'm fighting in, so that's cool, man.
You talked about, look, we talked about the opportunity. You talked about you being an exciting fighter to put you on the first fight of the card. Now you're in bonus territory. Now you're at a time where when your style is very conducive to an extra $60,000. How do you balance the excitement of wanting to put on an exciting show, but yet get the win?
I always put on a good fight. How many of my fights have been fight of the night?
Plenty.
There you go. I couldn't bring it.
In theory. I don't know how many you've gotten.
No, I've never.
Money-wise,
I've never gotten any money because I've never been in UFC.
But you've had plenty of fight of the night.
I just like to bring it, fan-friendly fights. But that's just the way I like to, you know, fight too. So don't get me wrong, I don't like to get hit. It just sometimes happens to end that way. I train not to get hit, but yeah.
Best fighters in the world don't like to get hit. You talked about Mayweather, Sweet Pea Whitaker. You know, defense is the name of the game.
Yeah, that's right.
Absolutely. Well, you know, wish you the best of luck on Saturday, and it's great to have you in the UFC, buddy.
Cool, man. Thanks, brother.